Yo, whoa, 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 chill, chill. These motherfuckers, chill. Do you guys not wait? Like, holy smokes. Alright. Let's make sure we're good here. We're not good. We don't have everyone. That's why we don't jump in. Alright, let me pause the music. Make sure we are good to go. Alright, so we got SP and we got Torrent Pulse. Alright, you know they're excited to jump in. Now they can. We got everyone here. And welcome in to the CPL week number 7, the final week of the regular season. And what you're looking at here is C1 to C2 with SP Multiverse in blue, Torrent Pulse in orange. And SP Multiverse, they are trying to go undefeated on the season. Meanwhile, Torrent Pulse, they are trying to play upset. So, big things in motion here. And we are only on game 1. Alright. Challenges at the midfield. That's pushed back. This could be a problem. It is. And big gap in between. And on the lonesome, no boost. Josera in a rough spot. And SP Multiverse, they take the first goal. And certainly a dangerous team. And now they're up by 1 and looking to add to it. And now it's important for Torrent Pulse to stop the bleeding, not let it flow. And there's some demos coming out. Big 50 from Josera to buy a little time off of the demo. And Draco is there for the touch. Phantom staying low and no one back home. Perhaps surprised to find an open net and feels side flip, back flip.
This is chopped.
Either way, that's 2 up for SP Multiverse. And of course, we must mention, if you are new to the cast, this is Chalk. That's our custom crossbar sound. So, Draco blasted through, and looks like Torrent Pulse, they're going to have a problem on defense. That net is wide open for quite some time. But 3 up, and they are rolling. Meanwhile, there could be a chance, but that hits the crossbar. And awkward. Draco, low boost. Can't move it forward, but has Phantom to continue on. And that's going to be easy save. But Draco applying the pressure right back. And what a touch. Pushed out to the side. Or Torrent Pulse. Well, we're slowly getting closer to halftime, and this is a rough spot to be in. You know those moments. They're like, you go, no, you go, but Clown had no boost. And so, SP are rolling here, and quite a comfortable lead. This is Zuxi. They're trying to cause problems, and that's a big 50. Another open net, and Draco manages to get the gap, find the angle, squeeze it out, and up by 5. And nice little tap in. And so there haven't been many chances for Torrent Pulse, but have been a few. Haven't been able to fully capitalize, but certainly their positioning has to lock down. They have to have space in between. Certainly no one on defense has been a plague, and there's bumps coming out. Also a problem, but Clown a little bit favorable on that as two players bumped each other on the opponent's side. But trying to keep the pressure. Josera into the corner. Draco, a rough touch. Does have support. And booms it to the midfield. And there's a tough redirect. It's going to be low and saved. But Draco has been all over the field on this one. And has been good at applying the pressure. That's bouncing off. And a costly double commit. Phantom going for the double, maybe, perhaps. But that's going to be snuffed out. And good defensive possession from Torrent Pulse, as they're still looking for their first goal. Pushed out to the side. Nice touch from Josera. Trying to get it by. Almost does. But dropped to the midfield and collected. Could be a chance for a flick. And that's good spacing. Humorless Clown is able to follow right after. And that was a good possession. And they need more of those. But that opportunity started with that one-on-one play, threatening the defense. But Humorless can't add another. Opts to leave it. Josera is there. And drop down. And opts to go back. And with a team like SP Multiverse, I like to see those bumps come through. Sometimes they're comfortable on defense. They've only been tested a little bit. What, 15 seconds? Last ditch effort for momentum to carry into game 2. Humorless Clown has picked it up.
This is
strong. But what a touch. That's going in. Zuxi is credited, and next we have to play out the 4 seconds. But we are actually, let me save replay. All right. Yeah. Listen, we got a lot to do here. We gotta save the replay, change the map. Well, we still did it in 30 seconds. So consider that an achievement. But on to game 2, Forbidden Temple. Will this be a different result, different game? Yeah, I'd like to see Torrent Pulse come out with newfound aggression. But right now, being challenged in their half. Zuxi in the air and almost making things awkward. Possible fake. And Jix can't get the demo. But causing havoc in the corner. A chance there, but Clown able to navigate through. And what a 50! Or block, really. Humorless Clown is there, goes high. And good space. There's a few options there. But obviously the defense wasn't sure if that pinch would come through. And so opt to go high, but
This is chopped.
what a response. That's just gonna go through. And off to the side. Rough own goal.
This is
And
chopped.
to capitalize, team effort. As we are tied 1 apiece. Right off to the side. Now Phantom. That's a little bit too far over. And one touch. Zuxi. Gonna be denied. Now they can't get control here. Awkward. And Phantom might have the double, he does, but easily cleared from Humorless Clown. And we have opposing views in chat. Right now, it is tied 1 apiece. A little bit rough of a first game for Torrent Pulse, and they're looking to bounce back, tie things up. And we see SP Multiverse slowing up a little bit. And Draco gonna follow this one, but off angled to the side. And that's popped. And Clown is on backboard, but he needs some help. He gets it. Now Phantom waiting. And that one given away. Blasted to the side. Humorous Clown can take a good 50, but give credit to Multiverse. They're able to push that out. And Phantom looking for some crazy magic. That's going to be denied, but Draco comes swooning in. And can't get another tactical fake. Panic setting in. What, Jix? One pop. Trying to follow through. Almost gets the dunk in, but that's going to be pushed out to the side. And blasted over. But Torrent Pulse still maintaining pressure. And Draco a little bit awkward. This is going to be in front of net. And that is dangerous. We knew it as soon as it happened. Angled toward the mid. And can't stay behind it. Well, that's a shot opportunity. But 2 minutes left to go. Plenty of time. And you cannot sleep on Multiverse. There's no one back on defense. Joe Serra trying to rush back. That's an errant touch. And now able... by a little time. But Draco! That's bounced off to the side. But no one there for the response. Although Zuxi is.
This is chopped.
And this is chalked. Just straight up shot. As we are back to being tied. And 50. Bouncing. Humorous Clown trying to take the time. Not given the time. But tactical whiff. Yeah, crazy tech chat. I know we have one team that
this is chopped.
Talking a whole lot. The other one is focused, and that team is Multiverse. They are focused on
this is chopped.
Gaining that lead, and they do just that off of the bumps and demos. Trying to break the rhythm. And hard fought, but they find the lead into game 2. We got a minute left. Draco in a tough spot, but gets it around Clown, who's pushed up a little bit too far. And trying to chip it in.
This is shocked.
Multiple saves coming out. Nice pressure from Torrent Pulse. But will it result in a goal? Right now they gotta play defense. And Phantom lying in wait. That's a big 2-goal lead. Can play even more comfortable now. But skill in the air. You have to kind of be patient with it. But nice response. It's not over yet. 23 seconds left. Trying to tie it up, and it's a nice team play from Torrent Pulse. Gonna need another. And Joe Serra. Tough angle read. Does get the touch. And awkward. And that's just in. And this is working. Have Jix up. Applying the pressure. Able to be right in front of net. And that quick response. We are tied. Will we have this ended before OT? We're going to be looking on. A little bit of space. There can be a shot. And there it is. I knew you couldn't sleep on it. Draco comes flying in, and Humorless Clown can't stay behind the ball. That leads to a shot. And late seconds. That could steal the game. And Draco wants another. Gonna be pinched out. Phantom.
This is
trying to apply. Gonna be saved. But blasted high. And Draco all over this one. As SP Multiverse take game number 2. And we just gotta save it and change the map.
This is shocked.
Alright, yeah, alright, just double checking. Alright, game 3. SP Multiverse trying to sweep. Trying to keep their undefeated season alive. Joe Serra a little late jumping in. But we are ready to get this underway. And now Torrent Pulse backs against the wall. Can't afford any more mistakes. And trying to take it one game at a time. Humorless Clown trying to blast it. A nice pop. And double commit. Head out to the side, but Phantom looking dangerous. But gonna be challenged immediately, and Joe Serra almost has one there. But blasted off. Good control from Jix. And we can't see what's going on. A little bit of demos coming through. But Suxy might have more, and Patient and Joe Serra blasted off to the side. And we assume a Rule 1 was broken. That is enough to get them talking. Jix gonna be deleted. Prevented from flying offense and dangerous, but this now leads to a counterattack. And back and forth. Give and go. And a high pop. Draco all over that one. And A little bit rough on the rotation coming back in front of net. But somehow they get it out, and these weird touches. They've had multiple pops in the air. Will it lead to something magical? Chicks, high ball. Humorous Clown. That's going to be given away. Now Draco down to Zuxi. They're trying to get some demos on the way through. You love that demo rotation. Give and go. And now got a lead blocker perhaps, but that one's blasted up. And very physical in this one. A lot of demos, but Draco gonna just be lying in wait. That one heck of a pinch and bounces nicely. And has an open net to work with. As took a while, but they score first. And we're almost at halftime. And both teams well locked in. But nice touch out to the side. And Draco leaving it mid. Is that just going to go in? That is a long, slow roller. And that one hurts. And we've talked about that rotation.
This is chalked.
There, it's plagued again. Nice. SP Multiverse up by 2 in this one. And like I said, they're undefeated on the season, looking for the sweep right now. Looking dangerous. And a tough spot for Torrent Pulse. But they need one soon to even have a chance. And they have good pressure. And it was almost there. But a nice clear out. And Phantom almost slots it. Joe Sarah opts to take it to the other side. Dropping it down and pinch, but Phantom is there. Patient in net. Alright. More 50s coming out. Draco has the flick and one-on-one situation. Gonna capitalize. Alright, that is 3 up for SP Multiverse. And certainly a nice flick given with the space. And Jix going for some bumps. And now Zuxi moving it on, has a chance. Slowing it down. And almost bang through from Phantom. But Zuxi just trying to squeeze one in there. Almost does, and that is unfortunate. That's going to be credited to Draco. A little bit of an own goal. As now up by 4. And tough spot for Torrent Pulse. Humorous Clown trying to get one in. Gonna be denied, and this defense has been tough from SP Multiverse. As they have had good spacing, good patience, and able to clear it out just when they need to.
This is chalk.
But Zuxi keeping the pressure, and that's a tough one to save. And that touch right there, rolling in.
This is chalked.
Six coming back through net, but that is a hard one to save at that angle. And up by 5. As SP Multiverse looking solid. And gonna be a tough team
This is chalked.
in the playoffs. But, you know, they are undefeated on the season. No easy feat. And so a sweep happens here. And you're gonna have to keep your eyes on SP Multiverse throughout the remainder, because they are a problem. Alright, we'll save this replay. But congrats to SP Multiverse. They put on a dominant display and obviously heading toward the playoffs, as we mentioned. But I'd also like to thank Torrent Pulse for showing up,
Shocked.
fighting hard, putting on an effort. Of course, SP Multiverse, no easy team to face. But everyone who showed up, I appreciate all the support, even if you're just lurking. Thanks a lot for the follow, Draco. Much appreciated. Congrats on the victory. And you guys are looking good going into playoffs. So, no problem. And once again, very much appreciate the support. Yeah, I guess better do prediction. I don't think anyone voted, but for the display effect, if you voted SP Multiverse, you are correct. But that is gonna do it with this cast. I'll try to put it on YouTube like I've been trying.